This is the recording for Vampire Kisses 18. Shuichi's point of view. I felt a little nervous about eating in front of other people, but the smile on Kokichi's face made it hard to not let him feed me. He looked so focused and cute. I didn't notice he was staring at me until he smiled at me. Nagito and Hajime were giggling in the corner. I blushed and covered my mouth with my hand. "You guys are so cute!" Nagito exclaimed teasingly, making Kokichi smirk at him. "Well, at least I got with my love. Instead of you two have just kept flirting and never moving on with your relationship," he teased, kissing me on my cheek. I blushed and smiled at Kokichi. But I... Hajime cut himself off with a big blush coming to his face. "Don't deny it," Kokichi teased before my phone buzzed. His face went into a frown as I picked up my phone and checked my messages. "We need to discuss some things after school today." "Okay, what do we need to discuss?" "Best to talk about it when you get here." "See you then, Shuichi. Just meet us at Kathy's house." "We just need to go to Kathy's house after school today," I whispered in Kokichi's ear as I packed up my lunch. "Okay, do you know why?" he asked, holding up my... "Okay, do you know why?" he asked, holding my hand in his, rubbing the back with his thumb. "They didn't say," I whispered, handing him my phone. He knows the password on my phone, and I know his. My back screen is a picture we took when we first met on our date. His is a picture he took of me when I was sleeping. I blush every single time I see it. "That's kind of annoying," he groaned before the bell rang. Nagito and Hajime left a little while ago. I got up and held my hand out for him to grab. He grabbed it and stood up before hugging my arm cutely. "Well, sometimes it's better to not know some things." Oh, sorry. Wrong voice. This is not funny. "Well, sometimes it's better to not know things," I whispered as we walked to our next class. We had about 4 classes in a day, but it was still stressful having to wait for the day to end. I wonder what they wanted to talk to us about. Maybe more on my urges? I don't know. I'm just worried that maybe it's something to do with Kokichi. I don't want him to get hurt. I just don't want him to have to deal with all the pain being with someone like me. "Shuichi, are you doing okay?" I felt his hand move to my cheek to wipe my tears. I didn't know I was crying, and I was surprised I was. "Sorry, I was just worried about having to talk to them today," I whispered, moving my hands to my eyes. "It's going to be okay, love. I'm going to be right there with you." He kissed me on my cheek. I felt better about the whole thing, knowing he would be there with me. "Thank you, Kokichi." Sorry. The school day came to a close. The weather outside wasn't the best. It was raining lightly. Luckily, I brought an umbrella for me and Kokichi to share. He stood close to me as we made our way to Kathy's house. I'm rereading that. He stood close to me as we made our way to Kathy's house. It wasn't that far from the school, but the way there was through this... Whoa, back it up, buddy. Jesus, what is a sentence? Hold on, I got it. It wasn't that far from the school, but the way there was through this forest path, and I held Kokichi close to me as we walked through the path. I didn't want him to get taken from me. I could tell Kokichi knew that I was nervous about this. He leaned into my side and let his hand go over the top of my arm. "It's okay, Shuichi. I'm right here." He held on to me and smiled as we walked up to the front door. I sighed and could feel my hands start to shake. All of the worst things that could happen were playing through my head over and over again. I felt so sick. Kokichi, Shuichi, come on in, Kathy said politely. We both walked into her house and placed our bags by the door. I put the umbrella into the holder before joining Kokichi on the couch. So, what do we need to talk about? Kokichi asked, in a calm voice. I wish I could be as calm as him. We need to talk about the bond you guys have, Kyoko said, walking into the room before sitting onto the chair across from us. Things like these bonds don't happen often, and they're pretty rare in cases like yours. Bonds with humans and young vampers... Vampers? Vampers? What the fudge? Cakes and muffins, I'm back. Hold up. Shards, I swear I know how to read. I got this. Things like these bonds don't happen often, and they're pretty rare in cases like yours. Bonds with humans and young vampires don't happen often. The last time I remember hearing of one of those was thousands of years ago. You're both very lucky, but me and Kyoko think that you must have been acquainted with each other when you were younger, Kathy said, bringing over some snacks for Kokichi. She knew I wouldn't feel full eating them, but it's nice to have sweets every once in a while. So you think me and Shuichi knew each other when we were younger? What difference would that make? Kokichi asked, before I got the chance to. Okay, I think this is Kathy talking. Well, the last time something like this happened, the two people bonded were younger friends, and they didn't know they were bonded until one of them became a vampire. Similar to how Shuichi did. I rubbed my hand over the place where I was bitten. There wasn't even a scar anymore because of the healing power that comes with being a vampire. I brushed my fingers over the bandage on Kokichi's neck. He shuddered, and I pulled my hand away. I felt nervous, knowing that I caused that. So, when they were younger, what did they do that caused the bond? Kokichi asked. They had kissed and liked each other for a long time when they were younger, so you guys must have done the same thing. Kokichi flinched before he pulled out his phone. He scrolled through some old emails before he found one from his orphanage care person. It only had a picture. So he opened the image, and it was a picture of me and him when we were kids. So we did know each other. Yeah. I don't know who's saying these things. Okay. Hold on, I have to figure out. Okay. So we did know each other. Yeah, I remember this picture. And I remember you. He cut himself off by putting his hand over his mouth. He was blushing, and I soon